She looked marvelous tonight. Chat. To that, to this. What's up? You look nice. Hmm. Shit. No. Figure this out. Who's here? What's up? Hey, Dwayne. How you doing? What's going on? Leave that. Leave this. Go over here. Just trying to bring something up. Type in faster than you chat. You're typing faster than I chat? You're laying on the couch. Okay. It's one of those days, huh? Yeah, I wasn't too motivated today, man. I don't know why. I fell asleep early last night and I woke up early, but I kind of fought it and went back to sleep. I don't know if I was too tired, like too much sleep, or I don't know. This morning, back on track, I was like out of it. I don't know. It's a nice day too. Kind of felt like going out, but really didn't feel like going out. You know what I mean? What's up, Dwight Curley? How you feeling today? Really nice. Yeah, it's beautiful here. I mean, it's like gorgeous out. It's like 83, no humidity, beautiful sky, sunny. It's gorgeous. It's like a really great day, and I didn't go out. I just, yesterday I like had a long day, man. My last job yesterday, I worked in a house that had no air conditioning. I was in what? uh, I want to say an attic converted into bedrooms that had no windows and was hot as snot. And it just like I wasn't tired yesterday when I came home, but it kind of like sucked the energy out of me this morning. I don't know. That could be nothing, but didn't feel like doing nothing today. That's exactly what I did. Got a shower, shaved, and that's about it, man. Really didn't even make breakfast. I had a toasted bagel for breakfast, and that's it. Just had a sandwich a little while ago. 79. 79 is like perfect, man. It's good weather. I went to town today called Dwight. You went to a town today called Dwight? Where's did you? What's in Dwight? Anything good? Did you find a bunch of Dwights there? Let me see where this place is. Dwight, Illinois. I didn't say White. I said Dwight. Dwight, Illinois.
According to Wikipedia, Dwight is a village
How about that? There's little Dwight right there. Did you stop at Ambler's Texaco station and say hi to the fellas? There's a picture of his old Texaco station with a bunch of fellows standing out there. You had to go by this little gas station there if you were in Dwight. Dwight looks tiny. What the heck did you go to Dwight for? What'd you go to the Tractor Supply? I went to town. Yeah, okay. Let me do it like a little earth shot of Dwight. Delaware Street, Chippewa Street, Gooseberry Creek. Ain't much in Dwight. Dwight's a tiny little town. Got a Family Dollar, CVS, big old Tractor Supply, Dwight Veterinary Clinic. Is that where you went? Hi, I'm Dwight Curley. There's the Dwight Village Hall. So I'm curious to see what you went to Dwight for. Maybe you went to Cherry Red's Roosters Barbecue and Catering. Select Rehab Dwight. Dwight, I think you should move to this little town. Dwight Township High School. I think you should move there. You'd be right at home. Route 66 goes through there. What's up, John? How you doing? I went to see a friend from school. We haven't seen each other in 15 years. Is his name Dwight too? That's pretty cool. Did you have a good old time? Wow, Dwight's got a population of 4,000 people. It's an original stretch of Route 66. So did you go by the old gas station there? The old Route 66 Esso station? I guess it is. Or is it Esso? It's a cool little gas station. Texaco. It's a Texaco station. It's a really cool little gas station. Miller's. Unless that's another place. I think that's another place. It looks different. There must be a bunch of old gas stations on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. I remember that TV show. You remember that TV show, Route 66? I like that show too. uh, wasn't many TV shows I didn't like as a kid. Well, I mean, there were some, you know. We've already talked about the some that I don't like. But I think Route 66 would be a cool experience to drive and see all the sights of Route 66. Just to experience all the cool things that are still there. No, his real name is Richard, but in school we called him Dickie. You saw that old gas station? You should have took a picture of it with your car there. There is a town in of Dwayne in PA. Yeah. Have you ever been to Dwayne, PA? Not to be confused with Wayne, PA. Dwayne, PA. Where is Dwayne? Hmm. Dwayne isn't coming up as a town, Dwayne. You sure? You sure you're not making things up? I don't see no Dwayne, PA. You sure about that? I'm fact checking you, Dwayne. I don't see one. Yes, going to steal their sign, but they only had one. So where is this Dwayne, PA? I don't see it on Google Maps. There's no Jerry anywhere. The town of Jerry. I don't think there is. He had his mom with him, and they had a car club meeting. His mom is the president of the car. So you went to the car club meeting too, Dwayne or Dwight? You were hanging out with Dickie and his mom, huh? I'm driving now on Route 66, but in Glendora, California. How's things on Route 66, Daryl? Maybe it was Ernest by Indiana, PA. Hmm. Maybe it was. Maybe. Let's see. Ernest, PA.
According to Wikipedia, Ernest
Yep,
is a borough in Indiana.
you got that right. It's in Indiana County. Ernest. That would be cool. Ernest, the town of Ernest. Boy, the town of Ernest only has 462 people, but that was in 2010. They took that census. Ernest is tiny. Hey, Vern. Jim Varney cracked me up, man. Ernest goes to camp, and Ernest, all the Ernest shows. Hey, Vern. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? Ernest, PA. I wonder how many towns there are around the U.S. that are people's first names like that. Dwight, Ernest, Troy, Michigan. What else are there? That's interesting. Let's rack our brain cells to think about this. What other towns are there? What you got for me? I was there. They was eating. A meeting started. I left out. Any cool cars you see there, Dwayne? Dwight? Did you see any cool cars? Should got some videos, some cool cars. Yeah, I think the little town of Ernest would have missed our sign. Hmm. What other towns have people's first names? There's Williamsport, but man, that could be, I guess. Just going through the list of names in my head real quick. There's Helena, right? Helena Washington or something, right? Helena. What else is there? I saw only one old car, but I don't think that was parked. Really? That sucks. What's up with that? What kind of car club they got? What's going on, Daryl? What are you doing? Are you shredding or cruising around, wasting gas on Route 66? The Route 66 in Glendora, is that like an old section or is it new? Is it still cool? Lots, oh, lots of you include Saints. Yeah, yeah, Saint. Yeah, but I'm just straight names. What's up, KMIT? Not on the boat anymore. Nope, not on the boat today. Not today. What about you? Where are you at today? Now I'm just talking straight names. Straight names like John, Texas or something. Um, there's gotta be a bunch of them. Probably different names like Dwight, Ernest, uh, things like that. Troy. probably not going to find a Bill, Pennsylvania. Williamsport. I don't know. The old section. What's up, Elmar? How you doing? I know one of the guys was saying he bought his big horn Dodge Ram and it cost $70,000. Good for him. Uh, he could have got an electric car for that much. He's gonna wish he did. What's going on, Elmar? How y'all doing? So we were. I was talking about. Dwight said today he visited a place called Dwight, Illinois. It's a little town, and it got me thinking of other towns out there that have people's first names, like Dwight, Illinois. And then Dwayne chimed in and said there's Ernest, PA, and I know there's Troy, Michigan. What do you think? There's any places that can you think of any other places out there? His payment was $3,000 a month. Are you kidding me, Dwight? That's insane. Come on, man. You got to be kidding. $3,000 a month, John. That just doesn't sound right, does it? John's our mathematician expert. He's my math fact checker. John, do those numbers sound right? That's what he said. He must have put $1 down or something. I don't know. Never in my life have I bought a vehicle that much money. Ever. Even my big work trucks weren't that much money. Yeah. Nope. Shirley Mass. There's one for you. No, that's not a person's name. Daryl. I'm sure there's a Daryl somewhere. There's got to be a Daryl. I'm going to say Daryl, Texas. Daryl, Texas. That's Terrell. Terrell, Texas. There, look at that. Terrell, Texas. There's no Daryl, Texas. Is there a town named Daryl?
Here is information from Wikipedia.
Nope. No Daryls out there. There's a town in California and there's got to be some type of database for this. I'm in the databases right now. So, you guys all know what's going on with Rick, Ray, and Jason. And, they're in this little subscriber thing going on. And Rick surged ahead. I really didn't think Rick would beat Ray, only because Ray was so close to 500 before this all started. And somehow Rick pulled it out and he went to like 502 today. And he's since dropped back down. But Ray is just steadily climbing. And I think they're one point apart. And it just got me thinking, like, because people talk about, there's many different theories about subscribers and how you lose them, how you get them, and well, we all know how you get them, but when you lose them, and I was just looking around to see if there was any validity in what some people are saying, and I can't find any, and mostly it was about the um, subscribing to channels and then commenting on the channels right away. The only thing that I find is some guys talking about subscribing and then commenting days later, not right away, because their reasoning was YouTube just sees that quick comment from each of you, especially if you go back and forth. Rick paid people. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe they both did. But that quick commenting back and forth that really isn't meaningful in the fact that you're not really talking about a video. You're just saying, hey, I subscribed to you. It came over, blah, blah. And that's it. And somehow YouTube picks up that algorithm and what's going on. Because it, Bill from Modeling Adventures with Bill. YouTube is picking up words in your title, in everything, in your description, and I'm sure somehow it's picking up words in your comments too, and it starts, deciding what's okay and what's not. And so Bill's latest video titled had something about the showstopper. And in Bill's video, at the title, it says under it, it starts talking about the showstopper. And, this video is blah, blah, blah. Could be, I didn't see the video yet, so I didn't know exactly what it said. But, they're looking at that. And so they're seeing, you know, a sub for a sub thing, and they don't like that fact, I guess. And so they're just, you know, kicking your subs off. They're just, you're losing that sub, and that's why maybe you lose some subs some days. But I think that happens. But I think just the fact that YouTube just does a purge every once in a while of getting rid of channels that aren't out there anymore. Hurry up, Daryl. Hurry back. Daryl, are you working? I had him repeat it. We were sitting right next to me. Yeah, I believe you, Dwight. They was all old people. But that's crazy, man. To pay $3,000 a month for a truck. Jesus, man. Yeah, it does sound high, John, but I don't know. I haven't financed a vehicle in, I don't know. I think 20 years, 13, 15 years, something like that. And it surely wasn't a $70,000 vehicle, but that's insane, though, man. But anyway, that's it. So so far we got Dwight, we got Ernest, Shirley. There's probably a lot of towns named Shirley. Shirley's probably a popular town name, I would bet. I'm sure there's a ton. How popular is the name Shirley for towns in the United States? Shirley, you spelled it wrong, stupid. I'm talking to this thing. It's interesting, though. I find it interesting. I don't know if you guys find it interesting. It's like how you lose subs and gain. Well, we all know how you gain subs, but you all always wonder how you lose them. How you lose them so fast? So you could get 10, and then boom, you lose 5. Nothing coming up. It's got to be, how many places are named Shirley? There we go. 26 places. How about that? Geo Target. That's where you can find this information. all over the world too, not just 19 places in America, 4 places in the United Kingdom, Shirley, Wisconsin, Shirley, West Virginia, Shirley, Virginia, Texas, Tennessee, South Carolina. There's even a Shirley, Pennsylvania, Shirley, New York, Shirley, New Jersey, Montana, Missouri, Minnesota, Massachusetts, Indiana, Illinois, there's Colorado. That's pretty cool. I find it interesting. Probably you guys don't. That's it. You're all just unsubscribed to me. Carnegie. Is that the person's name though? Like first name, not a last name. 3 times my mortgage. Yeah, I know. That's crazy. I don't think that's right. I think he was exaggerating, Dwight. That's what he was doing. He was exaggerating, telling stories. That's what he was doing. A 3-year loan. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It could be. I mean, that would kind of make sense, maybe. Yeah, last names. Yeah, I'm saying there's tons of last name towns. That's pretty popular. Most towns, like here in Pennsylvania, a lot of the smaller towns were named after people that started the town. Like Hershey. Hershey was named after Milton Hershey. There's a lot of towns like that here in Pennsylvania. Cornwall. Cornwall is a town up outside of Lebanon, and it was named after the Cornwalls that started iron furnaces there. So there's a lot of towns that are named after people's last names, but first names though. Look in Washington for a town called Jerry. Is there really a town in Jerry called Washington? Let's see. Name. I wish I could search on this. I can't search on this site. Well, here we go. You can type in any name. 2 places. Oh shit! I gotta move there. Jerry, Washington, and Jerry, North Carolina. I think I'm gonna move to Jerry, North Carolina. Let me see what this Jerry looks like. Wonder if there's a lot of Jerrys that live there. That's pretty cool. Dwight, did you know that or did you just search that? Look at that, Jerry, North Carolina. Jerry and Pleasant View, North Carolina. Jerry and Pleasant View are 2 adjacent unincorporated communities in Terrell County. Jerry lies southeast of Pleasant View. There's probably like nobody living in Jerry. There's like population none. It looks like Jerry is just like a street. I can't really tell. It has a zip code. That's strange, man. That's weird. Never thought there'd be a Jerry. I definitely wouldn't want to move to Jerry, Wisconsin. That's for sure. Or Jerry, Washington. Sorry for my friends that live in Washington State, but it's interesting. Where is Jerry, North Carolina? I go back to chat. What's up, William? How are you? Rick Bailey, how are you? Milton, PA. Yeah, Milton, PA. That's somebody's first name. Milton, PA. So everybody that's joining in, Rick and William, I don't know. We got on the subject of towns with people's first names because Dwight Curley went to a town today in Dwight, Illinois, spelt just like his name. And it got me thinking, I wonder how many other towns are named with people's first names. Like, is there a Rick, Texas? So I got to looking. Believe it or not, there's a Jerry, North Carolina, and a Jerry, Washington. Wonder how Jerry, Washington looks. This is a crappy little town. It's probably like in the mountains. I don't know. Let's see. Is there could be a Rick somewhere. There is one place in the world named Rick. I don't even know how to spell it. I don't even know how to say it. West Valderine? I don't even know where this place is. Somewhere in the world. Belgium. It's in Belgium, Rick. There's a town named after you in someplace in Belgium. In the region of West Val Valendarn, Belgium. Hmm. You're gonna have to visit there, Rick. And there's a bunch of tree people there. Rickettsville. No, it can't be anything like Ricketts. It can't be like anything else. Like there's a Williamsport, PA. Can't have an extension to it. Can't be a port, a ville. It's got to be straight up. Rick, Illinois. Troy, Michigan. Shirley, Pennsylvania. Shirley's pretty popular. There's a lot of towns called Shirley. So that doesn't qualify, Mr. Bailey. Sorry. Dwight has a women's prison, but I noticed it's all closed down. Probably because there's not many women in Dwight. Dwight's only got a population of 462 people. Just like my whiskey, straight up. You got that right, Daryl. Just like your whiskey. Ask my phone if there's a town called Jerry in the U.S. And that's what it popped up, huh? Pretty good. Your phone's pretty smart. I can't believe they're real towns, though. Like, with people and, like, stuff. The towns of Jerry. Just saying. I don't know. Could be wrong. But anyway, what do y'all do today? Anybody? Bailey? There's a Bailey, Colorado. That could be a person's first name. Bailey. Yeah, I'll give you that much. In your case, it's your last name. But yeah, that's a good one. Kudos to you. So where are you at, Rick? What are you at? 498 or what are you at now? It's interesting. Like Ray isn't really doing any promotion for himself, but other people are doing it for him, and he gained a couple. And you did a lot of promoting for yourself, and you gained a ton, and you only lost a few in relation to what you gained. So that wasn't too bad. What do you call an old person in the town of Jerry? Geriatric. Tied at 4.99. Are you out of your mind? Can I unsub to you and sub to you again? Would that add to the suspense? That would add to the suspense, huh? The John. What do you mean? You're shredding the John? My thinking now is whatever you gain now, you'll keep, you know, and you might lose a couple over a couple days or something, but you'll pick up a couple and you'll hover for a little bit. That's just my thinking. But I don't know much about this YouTube stuff. I just don't understand it. I tried to look around today and try to understand it, and yeah, it's a mystery. I'll have my wife sub to Ray. Yeah, but it might disappear after a day, so it might not be a good sub, you know? I don't know. Just saying. Rick, you paying people to sub to you? I don't think so, Dwight. He just sold it. I mean, Rick really hit the campaign trail hard. I mean, he was like on that bus 24 hours a day yesterday, campaigning, shaking hands and kissing babies. But we'll see. Either way, I don't know what Jason's at. That's the only thing. I don't know how close he is to his number because it doesn't read it all. Um, but who knows? Think I'll lose more? You might. You might not. I mean, it just really depends. It's just it just depends. You never know. I mean, like I was talking about it earlier, Rick, before you came. Like I watched a couple of videos, and one guy was talking about when people sub to people. Like they have streams out there where live streams where I forget what they call it. Like I forget what they call it, where people just are on the stream this and start subscribing to each other. And they'll go over and make a comment, "Hey, I sub to you," and then they'll go. That person will come back and comment, "Hey, I sub to you," and what happens is, according to this fellow, YouTube sees that and kind of cancels them both out as not subscribing. It's just spam, basically. What's up? See you, John. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend too. Rick doesn't do any videos right now. Yeah, he does. Where you been? Jason's at 1194. Okay, but it can get Jason can get a surge of subscribers. You just never know. It's great. It's truthfully, I really didn't think that you would pull it off. Not to doubt that, doubt you as a person, Rick, but statistically, Ray was so close. He only needed a few. You needed a lot, you know, comparatively. And, you know, nothing's impossible, but, you know, if you had to bet, uh, sadly to say, man, most people would bet against you just because you were that far back. But now you guys are pretty close, so it's like it's a nail biter now. But I think I kind of yeah, I still so they cancel out each other. And what this fellow was suggesting is just subscribe to the channel. A couple days later, make a genuine comment on a video, and usually that sticks. But who knows? I don't know. What's up, Mr. Farmer? How are you? How's it going? What's life like down on the farm? And Mr. Farmer, did you know that there's a Jerry, North Carolina? Did you know that, Mr. Farmer? I don't know where the hell it is, but it's out there somewhere. Let me see if I can zoom out and see if it's in any. Um, it's by Columbia, North Carolina. This is probably the biggest town. I think it's probably just some dude on a mountain that said, "This is Jerry. This is Jerry, North Carolina." There's Alligator, North Carolina. Never heard of that place. Where the heck? Oh, it's up like in Northern Carolina. Caswell, Gum Neck, North Carolina. Where the hell is all this at? There's Jacksonville. Oh, there's Wilmington. That's like way out there. Alligator River, Pimlico Sound. Not, it's like across from Nag's Head, like up around that way on the Outer Banks. If you come inland, that's where Columbia and Jerry are. Interesting there. Wonder if there's a Frugal, North Carolina. What's up, Rusty? Must be a small area. I live near Sneed's Grove. Yeah, I'm going to say that Mr. Farmer, Jerry, North Carolina ain't really a place. It happens to have a zip code, but that don't mean nothing. There's like if you did a search for it, it's not a town. It's like a road, really. Basically, it's not like yeah, it just isn't. It's in Terrell County. I don't know if you know where that is, but it's like in the mountains. It's like ain't nothing there. It's right, really nothing there. I mean, like I said, there's not. It's not doing a town. It's just doing a road. But anyway, so Mr. Farmer, what this all comes from is Dwight Curley here went to a town called Dwight, Illinois, and I was wondering, is there any other towns that are named after people's first names? There's a lot. Jerry, one guy, and two women are putting on. Yeah, probably. Oh, at your little place there, at your house, you got a guy and two women putting on shingles. Oh, no kidding. Two women. What are they like? Are they Americans? Americans? Are they Hondurans or something else? What's up, Jaden Baker? There is a Wilmer, Alabama. Yeah, okay. I just found out there are 25 places in the world named Mark. Yeah, probably. Mark is probably, I don't know. Are there any towns in the U.S. called Mark? How you feeling today, Rusty? So, Rusty, I got a question for you. Did they tell you got to watch what you eat now? Hispanic, and I'm impressed with the ladies. I'll tell you what, man, they're hard workers. The women are tough women, man. They're tough women, man. They ain't afraid to break a nail. What's up, CSXGE ET44AC? Man, that's a lot. Feeling better. Glad to hear it, Rusty. They're hard workers. You know, they don't mind getting dirty, and as long as they're doing a good job, right? Hope they're doing a good job, Mr. Farmer. You don't want your roof to leak. How'd you find them? I have to watch what I eat more. Yeah, can't eat none of that fried chicken and all them delicious. I mean, I'm sure you can eat some stuff. Got to eat more broiled stuff or something, steamed. Some steamed shrimp, not fried shrimp. Hey Jerry, I went to New Jersey waiting for CSX, but it took long, so I went home. I'm home now, looking at your live stream. Well, that's cool. You didn't see no New Jersey CSX, huh? Where did you go? Do you know? So much for Jerry, North Carolina. See you, Jerry. I'm sure there's a lot of places named after you, Mr. Farmer. 3 to be exact. And one is in your state. How about that, Mr. Farmer? Did you know that? One of them is in your state. I'm not going to tell everybody what your name is, but you know what it is, don't you? Or did you forget? New Jersey, 2 Street Road. I don't know what town were you in? What town were you in, Jaden Baker? Do you know? I don't know too many places where there's CSX in New Jersey. No, where you went to New Jersey? I know where you are now. What town did you go see What town in New Jersey did you go look for CSX? Oh man, what's going on, Mark? How you doing today? What's going on up there? Everywhere. That's a lot of places everywhere. Well, if you went everywhere, you had to see something sooner or later. I never been to New Jersey. You're not missing much. They got trains though, but you're not missing much there. CSX, GE, ET44AC. What's your first name? Care to share that with us? Because that's a lot to say. You should have just stayed over here, Jaden Baker. Went over to Collingdale or something and caught CSX. Steven, nice to meet you, Steven. I probably forget that, but you never know. Might get lucky. Steven, what part of the country do you Ralph fan in? Growing up in Horsehead, New York, my favorite train shop was Farmers Model Trains in Pine City, North New York. Is Pine City, is Farmers Model Trains still in Pine City? Ohio. Ohio is a great place to rail fan, man. There's so many great spots in Pennsylvania too, but there's so many cool spots in Ohio, man. It's full of rail action everywhere, all over the state, man. Passing through. You can see CSX in Secaucus, sure can. Bound Brook, Secaucus, yeah, you sure can. I mean, it passes through going from Philadelphia to New York, passes through New Jersey. A lot of CSX traffic there. So, William, I don't know. Do you get Rail Pace magazine? Rail Pace magazine for I think the month of July, in the month of July or month of August, one or the other. They're going to be doing an article on the Chester Secondary, so it should be pretty good. I have been to Stroudsburg, PA. Hey, buddy. Uh, yeah, Stroudsburg is a great place. Did you have a good time out there? Sometimes you see new trains in new cities, and sometimes you see old trains. You just never know, Jaden Baker. You never know what you're going to see and where you're going to see it. Hold on, Jerry. My phone is at 4%. Oh, man, it's about to die. You better plug it in. That's what you get for doing some rail fanning today and not charging your phone. So, yeah, there should be a pretty, I don't know, there should be a good article in the coming month of either July or August for of Rail Pace magazine. It's a good magazine. No, Farmer sold in the late 70s. Man, bummer. Was that the dude's last name? Saw 611 for the first time. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome engine, isn't it? Pretty impressive machine that is. 611. Jerry, what you have been doing today? I haven't been doing nothing today. Nothing. Cut my hair. That's it. Took a shower. I have to check Rail Pace out for Chester Secondary. Yeah, I'll let you know when it comes out, just so you're not like looking for it. I'll let you know when it comes out. Got to go inside the cab. Got to go inside the cab. Oh wow, man, you got a special there. That's pretty cool. Not many people got to do that. Did you get to blow the whistle? That's it, Jalen Baker. That's all I did today. Nothing else. Didn't feel like doing nothing today. Greg R. What's up, Greg? I went to Yorkland for the Winchester Western again today, and they're running their 114 switcher. I hadn't caught that one yet. Yeah, sometimes they run that thing. How you doing, Greg? Good to see you. Uh, yeah, sometimes they run that thing. That thing's a leaker, man. Oh my god, that thing leaks so much oil. I can remember when I used to work in the back shop there, having to go in the engine bay and sopping up oil that would sit in the engine bay, like in the pan down there. Oh my god, that was nasty. It's a good locomotive though, but nothing like 8408 though. Yeah, but 114 doesn't come out much, so it's pretty cool to catch it when you can catch it. It's kind of like the doodle bug. When the doodle bug comes out, it's nice to catch it. You know, Nicholas and Smith did a Lionel version of 114. They have it still. They still have it. They still sell them. But yeah, 114 is a cool looking locomotive. I wish they would kind of clean it up a little bit. I mean, it looks fine the way it is, but it I think it's in need of some work, motor work. Yeah, I'll have to look. Dad's got a line out. Yeah, it's like $2.99 on their website. It says it's $2.99. Maybe it's a little cheaper in the store. I don't know. Hey Jerry, I'm a best rail fan star. You're the best. Got that right. Yes, Farmer was the last name. Had an outdoor HO tracks, and I believe Oak Gauge a small piece. But as a kid, it was an amazing place. Yeah, everything is amazing when you're a kid. Yeah, I didn't think it was bad for O Gauge, $2.99. I don't know if it's got sound or anything, but it looks really nice. It pretty much looks just like it does. I mean, like kind of faded paint. They did a good job making it. I do like their switchers, and Uh, I like them both. And if I just had to pick one, jeez, man, I kind of do like 114 just because it's different looking in the paint scheme of things, you know. But it's a decent locomotive. Yeah, I only had a 3-car train today. Really, such a beautiful day, man. It's a shame. That railroad could really be a good railroad if you know they would get their act together. Really, I mean, because it's a it's it's a different ride than Strasbourg. It's definitely longer than Strasbourg. You're not going to go as fast there, but it's definitely a pretty ride. It rides through some pretty scenery, and it's always changing. Fall time is nice, springtime is nice. There's really not a bad season there that the train operates in. But man, they just need to do more trains, and I don't know. It really could be a lot nicer than it is. Not that it's bad. It's just nicer in the fact that be more successful than it is. Because there's just no reason that it can't be. And there's a lot of railroads like that. Westchester Railroad is the same way. And I'm not talking bad about any of these railroads, but they just could be a lot more successful than they are just by simply having more trains and, you know, doing more events. And events bring people out, bring families out. Westchester's it's a beautiful little ride too. It's a nice ride. You go a little faster on Westchester. That's the thing there too. Um, just because their tracks in better condition, I think. Their equipment's, I don't know for a fact their equipment's worse or better. Their tracks in good condition, but they're both great little rides. Same thing with Black River and Western. Great little ride. The railroad does pretty good, but it could do a little better. I think. And it's like you like what you can't. I mean, it's hard to measure volunteer railroads with railroads like Strasbourg. They're paid railroads, so it's like you can't compare any of them with Strasbourg because they're just not at that level. Uh, but they're cool little railroads. But they just could attract more people by having one more ride, instead of two rides. And that's basically what they do. You know, Wilmington has two trains a day, just on Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes they don't even have a Sunday train. Like last weekend, I thought that they ran steam last Saturday, and I thought that they would maybe not run steam on Sunday, but run a diesel trip on Sunday, and they didn't run a diesel trip on Sunday, Memorial Day weekend, just for whatever reason, whether they couldn't get crews or whatever. I don't know. Train signals are called ab signals. You should search it on YouTube. Okay, I will. SEPTA just finished rebuilding the plate girder bridge over Route 1 near the former Granite Run Mall. Yeah, I think that's for the Wawa train station. Yeah, just Saturdays. They did two steams on Saturday. That was it. Yeah. And I know they're trying to preserve their steam engine and not give it a lot of run time because, that's it costs a lot of money to do that inspection. They're 461 or whatever they call it, 5-year inspection or something. Uh, so they just try to save time with it, but they could have ran a diesel. And it looked like they had decent people come out. But, they're not going to come out if you're not running. So that's the other thing, too. And they're not going to come out if they don't know you're there too. So that's another thing too. And sadly, when I did volunteer at the railroad, and that's true of any place that I volunteered at, same thing goes with the trolley museums. You get people that come out that live in the area, pass by the place, not maybe not directly, but they'll pass by on a big road by it, and they'll say over and over again, I pass by here all the time and I never knew you guys were here. I never knew you guys were here. I hear it. I still hear it at the trolley museums. Never knew you guys were here. It's a cool place. Never knew you were here. like, but like if nobody knows you're there, then they can't come to you, right? So like that's another thing that they need to do better with to let people know that they're there. Like something that Wilmington Western does is their lights train. Their lights train is like Christmas time. It's amazing. It's like gorgeous, and you would get they would sell out every night. There'd be trains from 6 to like 8. There'd be like even like early, yeah, as soon as dark, 6, 7, 8. There'd be like 4 trains or 3 trains, something like that, and they'd all be sold out. And there'd be like there could be 8 cars of people sold out, packed, you know, and and so they can bring people. They just have to have these events. Westchester's almost completely unknown beyond Westchester. Yeah, not a lot of people know about Westchester Railroad. There's a lot of people that don't know about the Wilmington Western Railroad. People that live there, but that's like anything else, man. If there's a lot to do around the towns that they're in, a lot of other competing factors for people's attention. It's hard for these little places to make it go. But they're cool little places. A few years ago, I couldn't believe there was steam 30 minutes away. Yeah, I mean, just off the top of my head, there's probably, geez, I even forgot about them real quick. One, two, three, four, five. Probably within an hour, there's 6 steam trains that you can go see. If you stretch it to a 2 hour ride, it's even more. It's a lot of steam trains around here. One day on a 4th of July Saturday, I think it was, we did 4 steam trains. I think we, I think we started the day in um, Northern Central, went up to oh, geez, I can't remember the name. Something Glen that only runs their steam train every once in a while. Um, I can't remember the name there. Then we went to Strasburg, and then we went someplace else, and I can't remember that fourth place. But yeah, you can catch a lot of steam trains around here. Yeah, you can hit them all within a day, man. A long day. Yeah, it's definitely a long day. It's a definitely, because they're going to chase. See you, Jalen Baker. Have a good day. Out. Got to get a train. Good luck catching that train. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a 10, 12 hour day. And that's what it is, man, because you're not going to, you're going to, takes 2 hours to get to some of them. It takes 2 hours to get to Northern Central from here. And you're going to chase it a trip or two. So, that's going to take up some time. And then you got to get to your next one. And so it's a long day, but it can be done. And there's a lot of it to do. There's a lot of steam out here, man. There's a ton of it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I just found another one that's right by Strasburg, It's at the dang it, I can't remember the name of that place. It's right on Route 30. It's where the steam tractors run. Steam tractors in Lancaster County. Rough and Tumble Engineers on Route 30. It's like it's in Kinzer, Pennsylvania, which is like right above like Ronks, and it's not far. It might be like 10 minutes from Strasburg. They have a narrow gauge Shea locomotive that runs around their property, and it's really cool, man. Some dude built it. It's not a real. It's a copy of the Shea, and this guy built this locomotive. There's videos of it on YouTube, and it's pretty awesome, man. And it's really something to see. It's something that I want to go see, but they don't run all the time. They don't run on Sundays. They're not open on Sundays, and they're like, they might not run it every weekend, like Saturday. But yeah, it's a pretty cool locomotive. And what I mean is, Jerry, you get a train. I can't go get a train. I'm not out. You go get a train. Howard Tunnel looks like a good location on North Central. Yeah, I think they don't run out to that much. From what I hear, I don't know, but I know where you're talking about. I think it's in like I forget the name of that town. I forget the name of the town. Let me Google it really quick. Howard Tunnel on the North Central Railroad. It's in York County. Yeah, Seven Valleys. Yeah, they don't go out to that much. That's a special trip, but it's cool. I've I've we've been out to Seven Valleys, but I don't think they went to the tunnel. Can't remember, but that's a cool railroad. It's really Wanamaker Kempton. Yeah, that's a cool little railroad. Maybe that's where we went. We went to Wanamaker Kempton, Strasburg, this other one, Wilkinson, and something. It's what they really uh, have there is a lot of steam tractor shows and things like that. It's like steam engines and all. Um, and there, and Northern Central. Yeah. And they're all like kind of like really, I would say like an hour from each other, once you get out there. Yeah, Auburn Valley. They got a cool little live steamer that you can ride on there. That's pretty cool. And so does Rough and Tumble. Rough and Tumble has a little live steamer set too. But yeah, that Northern Central, that's a really cool little railroad. That engine that they have is beautiful, man. I have some video of it too. But that's a beautiful engine. They're running a 440 custom built 1880s. Yeah, yep, yeah. That engine's gorgeous. It's a replica, but it's a gorgeous engine, man. It's an oil burner, so it doesn't burn coal. It burns oil. I don't know what kind of oil it burns, but there's a museum in Vista, California that has steam tractors. Short track model railroad club is there too. Oh, that's pretty cool. Steam tractors are pretty cool. I'm pretty neat. So there's a lot of steam out there around the country, not just here, but there's a ton of steam engines out there running around Middlestown and Hummelstown. Yeah, I think they are. I think they're still running. They don't run as much, maybe, but I think they're still running. Excursion trains. Last I know, they were. Anything can change. But yeah, and Pennsylvania just happens to be pretty rich with a lot of excursion railroads like that. Not necessarily all diesel, all steam, but they're pretty cool diesel trips too. Diesel engines that you can run on. And let's not forget, Greg, you got the Reading T1 2102 is out now. And that's not far either, So there's a lot of steam here, a lot of cool steam. I wonder what they're going to do with this Pennsylvania T1. Wonder where that's going to be home based out of. That'd be interesting to see. I don't know if I'll be alive to see it, but it'd be interesting. Rusty, is there any tourist railroads by you? I guess that's the thing. Once you start heading south, I know there's some in North Carolina, but once you get down there, I don't know how many there are. Like, I'm guessing they're just not as abundant as they are up here. I don't know. I guess we're pretty lucky in the fact that we have such a rich railroad history here in this part of the country, the Northeast, where there's tons of railroads all over the place. Model Railroad Museum, though. That's cool, though. It's better than nothing. Wanamaker, Kempton, and Southern. I like their little center cab that they have. They got a cool little center cab. I'm not really into the center cab switcher 44 toner type thing engines, but theirs is pretty cool. And that's a nice little ride too. Middletown and Hummels, or not the Wanamaker and Kempton. That's a nice ride. There's not many bad places to go for a ride. Last I heard, there's 65 tonner and the Alco T6. They do have. I don't know what is it. I don't know what the Alco T6 is. Let me look it up. But I know they got an Alco switcher. I have some pictures of it. Alco T6. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, that's a cool switcher. I like that switcher. The T6. Not necessarily the 65 tonners. I only like a couple. I really don't care for the center cab things. They're okay. Not my favorite, but I like that T6 outcome. The crazy thing is up there, they have a lot of trolley cars stored there on the property. I don't. Somebody else owns them, I believe, but there are a ton of old SEPTA trolley cars up there. I don't know if dude was going to restore them, or I don't know what the story is with them. But they do have a lot of equipment up there. A lot of cool equipment. Last Alco switcher produced. Really? That's pretty cool. I do like those Alco switchers. They look cool. I like Alcos. I mean, some people say they're junk. They smoke a lot, but I think they're cool looking. They're different. I believe. Westchester has an Alco T6. They might. Westchester has like 5 engines over there, and they do have like a Alco. I don't know if it's a 420 or what it is, but they might have a T6 over there. But yeah, they have a. I was surprised. They have a lot of equipment for what they got going on there, and it's a shame over there, right? Uh, Everything's outside. You got to work outside. Everything's stored outside. It's really a shame, and you know, I can't see. Well, I mean, anything can happen, but since SEPTA owns the property, I guess they can't build any buildings. You know, whether SEPTA ever sells the property, that's another thing. But yeah, it's a cool little railroad, though. I do like it, and they're nice people. I like the train stations along the way. Glen Mills Station's a beautiful station. The Cheney Post Office is a cool little station. It's a cool little railroad, and they run, man. They go, man. They'll do 20, 25 miles an hour. Saw an Alco S2 and S4 as a kid. Yeah, they're cool. I like them too. They were solid Pennsylvania black, Penn Central black. Yeah. William, I can remember as a kid going into South Philly. My grandparents lived in South Philly, and I would see the old. They would be, I was a kid at the time, but recalling back what I remember, I would see like switchers like the Alcos. I don't know what they were, but they were that type of a switcher, um, more traditional, and they would be like street running down there along Washington Avenue in South Philly. And I want to say it was the Reading, but I can't really be exact on that. But they would be in the street. Your car would be driving on one side, the train would be riding down the middle, and they'd be switching cars into them warehouses and factories all along the streets there. I can remember it, and I wasn't in the trains back then, but it was just cool to see these big things lumbering down the street. And I didn't sit there and watch them, of course, but yeah, it was cool to see. I do remember that. Time to make dinner. All right, Greg. Yeah, check out. Yeah, post up your pictures to the group. I can't wait to see them. Have a good day, man. Thanks for stopping by. Good seeing you. Good talking to you. Take care. What's up, John 2618? How's it going, man? We're talking Alcos and we're uh, railroads, old railroads around here in Pennsylvania. Oh, we're talking about everything though. James Galton, what's up, James Galton? How you doing? Today was one of them days, John. I didn't feel like doing nothing, man. Putzed around all day. Not too much. Oh yeah, how was OVR? And did you make any videos? Did you buy anything good? Yeah, you probably bought a bunch of stuff. A lot of people come out, James. Did you see Steve 87? Did he make it? Did he get across the border? I wonder if he got across the border. Uh, Ooh, I've been doing all day. Well, good old Dwight, Illinois. Goodbye, Dwight, Illinois. Oh, Dwight has a bus station. Dwight Curley, I really think you should move to Dwight, Illinois. How far is it from you, Dwight? Let me get out of this, go here. What else is there? Nevada, Illinois. Munster, Illinois. Ransom, Verona, Braidwood, Kempton, Illinois. Pontiac, Illinois. That's interesting. There's a Waldo, Illinois. Peoria. I can't even pronounce that name. There's a Wilmington, Illinois. It's interesting. New Lenox. My friend used to live in New Lenox. New Lenox, Illinois. That's not far from Dwight, Illinois, that is. Got some Cotto and scale track. Why? Are you changing scales? Picked up an SD40 ONR locomotive. What is the ONR? Also some Rapido ONR barrel. What's ONR? Oh, Lord. Ontario Northern Railroad? No, a project I'm working on. Oh, okay. That's cool. Very good. What you're going to have some cars and locomotives or just track? Let's see how the race is going. Excuse me. John 26:18. What you do today? Anything good? Uh, Rick Bailey's at $4.99. Let's see what Ray Bobel's at. Ray Bobel. Ray Bobel. Ray Bobel is at 500. Right now, Ray Bobel is at 500. Can Ray Bobel stay at 500? We'll see. I tried to find Waldo, Illinois, so kept asking people, where's Waldo? And they just left me. Yeah, I know. That's how it is. I would see them coming through Upper Darby and ravine off a long lane. J Green PC transfer caboose leave for pushed by. So William, like, is that track still there? Is it like SEPTA now? What's there? I didn't know that trains went through Upper Darby like that. Freight trains. Well, I wonder what Upper Darby was like back then for trains and factories. Lay on the couch all day. Sounds like a beautiful day to me, John. Did you guys get any damage from that tropical storm? What was the tropical storm's name? Sounded like a beautiful day, John. Sit on the couch, lay on the couch, just watching the bunny flop bop around the room. What's the bunny's name? John, does the bunny come when you call it? Like a dog? Just rain. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Long gone, abandoned in 74, track removed in 80. So where do you know where the track went to? To and from? I gotta believe it came into Philly somewhere. Maybe off of the Pennsylvania Railroad, down along the corridor or something. I'm sitting on my front porch. How's things? How's life on the front porch? What's your weather like, Rusty? Is it beautiful? Let me look because I have Mississippi in my weather. I have Gulfport, Mississippi in my weather. It is 83 degrees and sunny and 47% humidity. It's 89. I had to refresh. It's a beautiful day in Gulfport, Mississippi, where the shrimping is good. I call him Bun. He just sits around and eats lettuce. You know, John, at least the good thing about having Bunny is if times get bad, you know what you can do with Bunny. A lot easier than doing it to a cat or a dog. Just saying, man. Times won't get that bad, but just saying. You should get Bunny a friend so Bunny can have some more bunnies. He sure is plump. I bet she's good eating too. I know your wife don't want to hear that, man. Oh my God, she'd kill you. Jesus. She'd kill you. Sunny in 91. It's a nice day though. The humidity's low, which is good. Any day the humidity is low is nice, in my opinion. Oh man. Yesterday morning it was pretty bad and then it kind of started easing off as the day went on. But it was still hot. It got hot. And no breeze. It's nice when there's a breeze, but there's always a breeze by you, Rusty and John, because you live by the water. Living by the water sure does change things. So I know, like, for instance, yesterday morning, I had to go up to uh, North Jersey. The furthest I went was up to Clifton, New Jersey. It's up around like Phillipsburg and all up around there. And when I left in the morning, it was really humid here. And it was not hot, but it wasn't comfortable. Then by the time I got up there late in the morning, it was like really noticeably different. No humidity. It was probably like 60 something degrees. It was so nice up there. And then as I came back down, the weather just got crappy. Got cold or hot and humid. But like that's how, it's like you could be like here where it could be 90 degrees and 90% humidity. and then go out to the ocean, like Atlantic City, New Jersey, and it could be like 80 degrees and no humidity and beautiful, like just nice, pleasant to be in. It's not usually low. Well, yeah, that's good. No, yeah, I'm sure. Like Mississippi, you know what it's like. Mississippi. I talk to Brian all the time, and it's like living in New Orleans. It's like a sauna all the time. Well, John knows it's like living in Florida. It's humid as could be, but when it's not humid, it's nice. Be nice if you could just shut off that humidity. But living by the water helps for sure. Original PRR tunnel at 63rd and Market is still there. Septic got their North Shore Liberty liners via that connection. Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah, the Liberty liners weren't they? They were made at Brill, right? Weren't they? Is that where who made those? The Liberty liners, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know. The Brill plant there on Woodland Avenue. William, do you have any photos from back then of like Penn Central and all in the 70s? They would be cool to see, especially in areas like that that are gone, that are just totally gone. Wonder what they did up there. Wonder who they serviced, or was it freight or passenger? No photos. No, that's all right. Just thought I'd ask. But was it freight or passenger service there? I gotta clean my glasses. Oh boy, wonder where Digger Evans is. He's probably sleeping. Probably fell asleep, or he's having a good time doing whatever he's doing. One or the other. Well, I know where Mystic Southern Railway is. He's working. He had to do a double. He said this morning. Had to pull a double. Clean my backup glasses too. While I got it. Nothing worse than dirty glasses. It's like having a dirty windshield. Oh man. That's it. Sorry, keep yawning. But anyway, that's all I got. Does anybody else got anything good? Let's see how many people are here. Oh, I picked up a couple subscribers today. 7. It says there's 7 people here. I don't know about that. It's only a couple of yous talking. Who else is here? Oh, man. Excuse me. I'm sorry I keep yawning. I'm not tired. I'm just bored. No thanks. That's good thumbs up stuff. Maybe tomorrow Digger Evans will do a live stream in the morning. We'll see. He said he was going to do one. Let's see if he does or doesn't. John, you go away this week? You still here? Did you lose your window of working on the layout this week? Shop talk. My Life's Tracks has a new video out. 23K. I got a video coming out tonight around 9 o'clock, I think. Has some cool CSX engines that are getting, I don't know what they're doing. They were in the train, just being transported. I don't know if they're going to scrap, going to storage, or it's a shame if they're going to scrap. What's up, Ian? Trip on Tuesday. Cool. How you doing, Ian? I'm working on my trains and listening. Well, that's pretty good, man. You should do a live stream then, instead of me doing one. Yeah, I was sick. Oh well. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It'll be there when you come back. It'll be there waiting for you. That's what it does. It waits for you until you come back. It's late this morning, I'm back on track, For the most part, all those guys are working on stuff all week long. They're working on their layouts and all. And here I am. Claude says to me, "What have you been up to? What have you been up to this week?" I said, "Nothing. Nothing. Working on the layout? Nope. Ain't worked on it on months." So it's like, and that's like every week. It's like, "What have you been up to?" Nothing. It's all you guys that do stuff. It's not me. Eating. I feel tired. Walked 3 miles at the gorge today. Hey, it was a beautiful day to walk, though. Penn Central delivered to Pennsylvania Engineering below Marshall Road. J.E. Fuels and the Sears store, Market Street. Really? They delivered to the Sears store, plus the connection to the BMW. Wow. They delivered to the Sears store. Really? That would have been something to say. Man, there's got to be some old photos of that out there. It's got to be somewhere. That'd be pretty cool to say, though. Yeah, it's a shame. I wish I was in the trains as a kid. I wish I was in the trains as a kid and knew as much as the kids know now about railroads that are around them. Man, because the kids know so much now. But you got the internet, So the internet helps with everything. But man, there was probably a lot of cool stuff. Definitely, I enjoy looking at the old photos of this area, of things that were there that are no longer there, and trying to identify where it is in comparison to what you know now. Some places are you can't tell because things have changed so much. Yeah, good day to walk. Was cool in the shade up there. Yeah, I bet it was. Was it? There was probably a lot of people out, a lot of ignorant people out there on the Gorge Trail, right? Riding their bikes, dinging their bells for you to get out of the way, running with their baby carriages. It's something else, man. It's something else. Actually, a lady stopped her bike so I could record. Oh, wow. Well, that's a first, probably. Every once in a while you get that, or they'll go around you, one or the other. But that was pretty nice. She must have been a local. Maybe she's married to a rail fan. He's always complaining about people on bikes. She wouldn't have messed up my shot. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, at least she stopped. I already thought that through before I choose my spot. Yeah, yeah, you got to think about that stuff. And it's the same thing. I was talking about Northern Central Railroad over there in New Freedom, PA, out in York County, and their their train runs along like the gorge, not, but it has like a running path, a biking path, right next to the train, and it runs from town to town to town, and you get that all the time out there, man. People riding their bikes, ride right past you. You gotta like. It's like pretty dangerous because you can't really just concentrate on your phone or taking pictures because you got to watch the jackasses on the bikes because they'll run you over because they're not paying it. They don't care about you. You're supposed to be paying attention to them. You know how it is, right? When I make the video, you will hear her laugh and Mister before that dropping the F bomb in excitement. Oh, yeah. That's funny. What you catch today? Anything good? Any steam today? Two smoking SD50s and an SD40. So it was fast freight. You didn't catch no passenger train today? What time did you catch fast freight? Well, a lot of people today in Cordella, Georgia's at the railroad in place, waiting for trains. Just an excursion. Here comes a train now. CSX. Uh, NRFF was after. What's NRFF? Fast freight? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, 425 ran today? That's pretty cool. Did you catch video of 425? Northern Central was double track at one time. Yeah, it looked like it was. There's parts of the double tracker still there. Uh, yeah, it definitely looked like it was. Northern Central went for a long ways, man. Lincoln rode on that path from when I guess it connected up to Stroudsburg some way, and when he went to Gettysburg, that's where he went through. Went through Stroudsburg, and then somehow picked up through the North Central, and went to Gettysburg to give his Gettysburg address. And then the funeral train went through too. Good old Abe Lincoln. Oh, 4:25 p.m. Check. You know, you know, it made it sound like it went by after 4:25 went by. I'll let you go this time, Ian. I know you're tired. I'll forgive you. I was up a bit from where I usually shot at. Okay. So I came upon this new channel, and let me find the guy's name. Ian, you know who I'm talking about because you comment on his videos. Uh, and what brings me to this is I'm watching these little kids on this virtual rail cam watch the trains go by. Sunnyside Rails. He's got a little daughter that loves trains, like your little boy loves trains, but she's a little older. It's something to watch her play with those trains and go rail fanning with her dad. I don't know how old she is, but she must be 4, 5, maybe 6. I don't know. How long you been watching them, Ian? Have you been watching them for a long time? Penn Central ran passenger trains through Howard Tunnel with E8s until 71. Flooding of Cordoris Creek washed out the line. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. You know who I'm talking about, Ian, right? That dude with his little daughter in the pink channel. The channel is Sunnyside Acres or uh, Sunnyside Rails. You've commented on there on their videos. Digger Evans, where you been? You commented on their channel.
Audible has unforgettable originals and performances for everyone. For
I think
music
you
people,
did.
true crime people, those looking to be inspired, and people who want to laugh until they cry. It's all here. Down-
No, maybe. Nope, never seen that channel. Really? I thought you commented on this video. Oh, you would get a kick out of this then. Cameron would like it because she's a little girl. Um, I'll send it to you. This is like the cutest video ever. I should just share it here. Let me just figure out a way to share it here. I know I can. How you doing, Digger? What have you been doing? Tell us what you've been doing. While I get this channel up and bring this video up. And if you go over there, just don't say where you came from. don't go over and say, "Hey, I saw your channel on somebody else's channel and I'm subscribing." Just, you know, if you want to subscribe, just subscribe to them and don't say where you saw it, and just don't even tell them you're subscribing. Just say, "Hey, man, cool video. I dig it. Your daughter's cute. I like that pink train." That's all. That's all you gotta do. But it's the cutest thing, man. She goes rail fanning with them. She loves trains, man. This is what Cameron's going to be like when he's able to, you know, hang out with you more. So I watched one. No, no. I thought you commented, but it was Pappy that commented. I just thought I saw you comment on it, but nope. I guess you're gonna have to now. But she's the cutest thing ever, man. It's a cool train too. What's Digger's excuse? I was with my son, but you could have texted me that you were going. Digger, I gotta watch you too. I forgot, Digger. I don't know, man. Like you're usually on top of this. You were feeling tired earlier. Oh, I'm okay now. I ate something. I feel a little better. And Jerry, give me a sub. No, I'm not subbing to you. Get out of here. Your channel sucks. I don't like you. Well, I've been tinkering with my layout and dealing with my youngest boy. It's a bit late now. He's on his way home from his friends, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully he is. Ah, those kids, they drive you crazy, Digger. It's a good thing you're bald because you'd probably be bald again if you had hair. But it's cool to see kids like that. Like, it's cool to see Ian with his son playing with trains. It's cool to see this dude with his daughter playing with trains or rail fanning, and he really loved trains. You know, I kind of wish I had that. My dad wasn't into trains, nothing like that. You know, but it's cool that there's parents out there that are so into trains that their kids get into trains, and you see the excitement that the kids have when they see trains and all that stuff. Some of them are so excited. It's pretty neat to see it. I still don't see Digger. I saw everybody saying hi to him. Digger doesn't like you, Dwight, and I can't help it. I can't help it, Digger. Jerry, you have kids? Oh, yeah, I got 10 of them. I got no kids, Daryl. Yeah, my kids' name are Jerry, and Jerry. Nope, no kids. I think you would have seen them or heard them by now, Daryl. I keep them in the closet. I lock them up. Shut up in there. What's up, Cameron Caboose 121? What's a train? I never heard of them. Man, it's a form of transportation. It's a slow mode of transportation. Dwight so does see me. I will send him a sweary message if he can't see me then. Well, send him one. Checked it out. Showed Cam. He'll like that channel. Yeah, he will like that channel just because of her. He's she's pretty. I haven't watched a lot of his videos. I've watched a few of them. She seems to be a part of his channel, and that's pretty cool. It's kind of like that other dude. That dude, what's his name? The dude with well, there's a couple of them, right? There's that one dude with the that built the backyard railroad. What's his name? Ethan or Ian or begins with an E, and then his son is like similar name, and then the other dude too. Can't remember, but yeah, there's a couple channels out there that get their kids involved. Minnesota ENA, yeah, him, yeah, he's pretty cool. It's called Eustace. Eustace? Is he called Eustace? I don't know. Eustace. My boy loved Thomas when he was little and cabooses. He's now 16 and so on the train stuff into computers. I didn't know you had kids, Mark. Yeah, it's like my friend Bill. My friend Bill, his kids love trains. They used to go rail fanning with us. We used to go chasing trains, riding trains. They even had their own cameras. I can remember they'd be like, you know, say one was like 9, the other one would have been 7, and the other one would have been like 5 or something. And they all had little cameras and they would take photos, just like we would take photos of the trains. And they loved trains, man. And not so much anymore. Kind of, I guess, once they start seeing the world out there, and, trains aren't as cool. They just aren't, you know. They just aren't, man. Their friends probably made fun of them or something, and you like trains? What are you, stupid? And they just not into trains anymore. I mean, they kind of like them, but not like they did. And that's just how it is. You know, your son is, he's 16, he's a teenager, and he likes computers and whatever, and he's maybe one day he'll start liking trains again, and he's got other things he's interested in. It's just how it is. Eric and Elin, my youngest boy likes Mischief mostly, but today he took my key, opened the train shed, and had a sneaky running session on his own. Did he really, man? What'd he do? Oh man, what did that go like? Wow, man, I wish I would have saw a video of that. That would have been fun. So what happened, Digger? Did he crash your trains? Oh my god, did he set them on fire? I told him I do if you are going to be interested in taking over my 187 Empire. Any grandkids? That's funny. Told my boy. Yeah. Yeah, one day he might, and he might not. Who knows? I guess it depends how you, and I'm not saying this is how you brought him up, but I guess it depends how you let him interact with the railroad, with your trains, because I'm sure there are parents that say, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. And then you got parents that say, here, put this on the track, run this train. And when you say, don't touch it, that's not, uh, very um, inviting for them to participate in. So, Jerry, I had my people unsub, then resub to Rick's channel, and they still subbed. So I'm confused why he lost quite a few subs, but he gained a couple. But Ray is one up. As a little bit ago, I checked. Ray was at 500. Rick was at 499. I don't know, Daryl. Just how it is. Maybe you got to get your brother Daryl to sub to him too, and your other brother Daryl. I don't know. It's how YouTube works. Had a train set up on the track one, and he took it for a spin. How did he do? Did he like it? Did he say anything? Did you beat his ass? What happened? I'm sitting at Pascagoula train station now, hoping a train comes by. Pascagoula, co- something like that. What kind of train goes by there, Rusty? I never told them not to touch the trains. It would be pointless with my youngest. It's far too tempting for him to not touch. Yeah, but I'm sure there's parents like that. Don't touch it. You're going to break it. He came in and told me about it. He now wants his own layout in his room. He said it was good fun. See that, man? Digger, I think that is your doorway to get him to be to concentrate on something. That's your doorway, Digger. Set him up a little layout. Get him out there. Let him work on things with you. That's your key, Digger. Here you go. He wants one. Get him a layout. Put him some track together. YouTube is stupid at times. I go from 216 to 218 and 217. Yeah, I do too. We all do. You gain five, lose four, and gain three, lose one, and gain one and lose two. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I mean, it's just, I think it's just YouTube just getting rid of channels that aren't active anymore, and just that's it. Or people don't, want to follow you anymore, one or the other. But usually when you see like big drops, like fives and tens and things like that, I think it's YouTube just purging channels that are gone. I don't think they purge them singles at a time, but I don't know. I don't think YouTube knows. Can't reach my layout. Kids can't reach my layout. Daryl, dude, you need to do more videos about your layout. Your layout is pretty cool. I was really surprised about your layout. When you did that live stream the other night and showed parts of your layout, you got a pretty awesome layout. We need to see more of it. I want my kid to touch and run my trains. He's good with electronic stuff, and that's my shortcoming. I was hoping you would do I mean, it's never too late, man. Mark, you got to ask them. Ask them. Say, hey, I need some help. Can you help me with this? Maybe you might know something about it. Maybe you can figure it out better. I think that is, even if you sort of really don't mean it, it's a good way to boost his confidence and think, oh yeah, Dad needs me for something. And that's just my perspective. And I don't have kids, but I can just tell, like when I get kids at the museums to help me do projects and to ask them for their input, and I'm talking 16-year-old kids like what you have. When I ask them for their input, they give me input, and it's good input. Literally, I'll say, how would you do this? And I'm asking him how to do it and expecting a good answer because I can't figure out how to do it, right? So like sometimes they surprise you, and that kind of like gives them an interest and kind of fuels them to kind of, I don't want to say, you know jump into it, but it just gives them validity. Like what they have to say means something instead of, oh, you're a stupid kid, you got nothing to say. I know everything, you don't know nothing. But what's up, mailman? I lost 16 in a single day. So that was probably just like YouTube purging channels that that aren't there anymore. That's all that is. I don't think 16 people say, today I hate Digger. Just don't. Maybe one or two of them, but when you get a larger group like that, I think it's just YouTube doing stuff. But I really don't know. My kid did make my channel emblem, see? And your channel emblem's pretty cool. I gained a lot of followers. I have the trend. I hope the trend continues. Yeah, but so like here's my point. Here's a thing for you, mailman. If you lose a bunch, don't take it personal, because it's just YouTube doing what YouTube does. Sometimes, people subscribe and they're not really people. They're spam channels or whatever they are. So, and I'm not saying that you're going to lose any at all, but if you do lose some, it's just how YouTube works. You might lose some and you might not. But if it does, just don't, don't let it bother you. Everybody gets spammers. There's spammer channels that subscribe to you for whatever reason, and you know, um, especially when you get channels that start comment and say, "Hey, I subscribe to you. Let's be friends." Meaning, like, "Hey, come and subscribe to my channel too." So, like, I don't. YouTube doesn't. YouTube doesn't like sub for sub things. You sub to me, I sub to you, and somehow YouTube figures it out. Especially when you comment like that, when you make comments like that, because they're just picking up phrases in everything that you're posting, whether it's in your title, your description, or in your comments. It's just picking out keywords, and those keywords are things like that. So, but yeah, I mean, you lose channel, you lose subs, you gain subs, and there's just no rhyme or reason to how it happens. Maybe it doesn't hated me, but the rest were YouTube purgers. No, I don't think it doesn't hated you. But so, like, the thing is, right? So here's the thing, right? The key for YouTube is 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, right? So if you want to be monetized or have any type of thing like that with YouTube, uh, you got to have 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. Probably one of the reasons why watch hours is so high is because that means you're getting retention. People are watching your videos to watch your videos, not just subbing to your channel just to boost your count. So just because you have 10,000 subscribers, but you have like zero interaction with your people, doesn't mean you're going to make money on YouTube. The way you make money on YouTube, obviously, is at least have more than 1,000 subscribers and have interaction with your people that are subscribed to you. Comments, people watching your videos. If nobody watches your videos and you have 10,000 subscribers, you could have 1,000,000 subscribers and nobody watches your videos. You're not going to make any money on YouTube. Zero. Nothing. Because that's what generates income for them. People watching videos. So keep that in mind, I only hit 1,200 watch hours in a year. So, like, the way to, yeah, exactly, 4,000 hours is a lot. But hi, Nancy, how you doing? Good to see you. But the reason why is because of that. Because anybody can get to the sub numbers, whether it's by really getting there or generically getting there and buying your way there, because there are companies that you can go to and buy subscribers from. but they're short-lived subscribers. But you can get to that monetization stage, right, where you're monetized, but you don't have the watch hours. And that's the thing that they want. Watch hours. You need watch hours. That means that you are a viable person here on YouTube that makes content for people to watch. And that's how YouTube makes money. It's not by the amount of subscribers you have, it's by the amount of watch hours you get, by the people that are watching your videos. That's how you make money. And that's why the watch hours are so high. But the watch hours it's easy to get your watch hours up. And this is exactly how you do it: live streams. It's not by making videos, 6 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute videos, because it's just not, man. You got to make a lot of videos and hope that people watch those videos through to make that 4,000 watch hours. But if you do live streams, at least hour-long live streams, you'll get your watch hours fast. Trust me, you will. You will. No, absolutely no doubt about it. I've seen it. I documented it for myself. And live streams are a way to get watch hours and retain people, because what YouTube wants is community. YouTube wants this interaction that's happening right now between you and I, and that's what YouTube wants, and that's what people want too. People want to interact with people like you guys are doing in chat, and we're doing it with me. You're doing it with each other. That's what people want. People don't want to just watch a video and it's just like, you watch a 10-minute video. Yeah, it's a cool video, but there's no interacting. You can't like interact with the person that did the video, and so maybe you might comment, maybe you might not comment. And I think people want that interaction, and I think that's what YouTube wants, and that's what creates YouTube so big. And it's the live streams. It's people doing live streams. It's just well, a lot of people say it. It's just not me saying it. As a lot of people say. But I can guarantee you, if you do live streams and your watch hours are low, you'll get all the watch hours that you need. Easy, 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 very easy. Digger, like, you could get all your watch hours that you need, you too, Ian, within, if you did a live stream, just say once a week for an hour, you could probably get your hours within 2 months, 3 months tops. But that's just, if that's what you want to do, unless it's something really interesting. True, I skip most videos over 12 minutes. Yeah, I mean, for me, I will watch longer videos, but it's got to be interesting. It's got to keep my attention. If it's not, uh, if it doesn't keep my attention, and not just like sometimes I just don't feel like watching train videos. I don't feel like watching trains go by. Sometimes I do. So but yeah, I'll watch a 30-minute, 40-minute video if it's interesting. I don't like live streams. They are all the same goofy guy going on and on about trains or whatever. I don't have time to watch it. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you guys can all get your watch hours up, especially guys like you, Digger, and guys like Dave that have the subscribers. And if you want to be monetized, you can get your watch hours up by live streams. That's how you do it. But I really enjoy making the video. Well, that's okay. You can still make your videos, but just know that, a 6-minute video, just do the math, right? Just do the math, right? 6 minutes. How many hours would people have to watch? You would have to get people to watch your entire 6-minute video, and you'd need a lot of people to watch your 6-minute video to get watch hours. You know what I mean? It's easy to do a live stream and have 10 people watch an hour-long live stream. Do that math. 60 hours, right? 60 hours of watch time. And people say it's the rewatch time. It is not the rewatch time. It is the actual live time that people are here interacting with you. If there's 7 people in here and I stream for an hour and all 7 pretty much stay for an hour, that's 70 hours of watch time. You got to make a lot of video content to get 70 hours of watch time. It's just the facts. It's just numbers, man. 9 seconds short got 10 hours of watch time. 19 seconds. That is a lot of people watch that video. 19 seconds, man. Now, see, like, the only thing is I don't know if the shorts count for watch time. That I don't know. I can't figure that out. Because I want to say no, because I have video shorts that have like 3,000 views, and like they're 60 seconds long, so, or even less. But I don't know about the shorts. You need bigger audience for videos. Yeah. But before you came, Digger, I don't know if I mentioned it before you came or after you came. You could have 1 million subscribers, and if nobody watches your videos, your channel is going to do nothing. YouTube isn't going to do nothing with it. It's not making them money. It's not doing nothing. You need people to watch your videos. Yeah, you think they do? You think the shorts count as watch time? They might. I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, shorts do not count towards watch time. Make up your mind, fellas. It says on monetization, shorts do not count. Oh, okay. There you go. There you go, Ian. Shorts don't count. Oh, they show up in my monthly watch time. I thought, Digger. They may show up on your monthly watch time, but apparently they don't count. I don't know. How do you get 70 hours from an hour? 7 people. Or, yeah, no, you're right. 7 hours. Well, if 70 people watch it for an hour, it's 70 hours. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, Digger. You know what I mean? 10 people, do the math, Digger. But live streams are where you get watch hours. That's my point to you. So if you have like 30 people in your live stream that went on for an hour, it's a lot of watch time. Never said I was good at math, Digger. Never. Nancy, what's up? Where'd you go? 10 minutes. I try to keep my videos around 10 minutes too. The shorter, the better. Truth, I get into a stream as soon as people start complaining and bitching about politics, gas. I leave. I hear. Hey, you must leave my stream a lot, Dwayne. I hear that daily at my work. I go find a stream that is interesting and relaxing. You must leave me a lot, Dwayne, because I bitch a lot. That's just, I understand that too. And I don't like to do it, but sometimes I just, I guess my thinking here is the more people hear it, the more they'll get aggravated and do something about changing things. The more people that ignore it, things are just going to stay the same. That's just how I feel about that. And it's okay if you leave. I don't hold no hard feelings against anybody that takes off when I start bitching about the price of gas or how bad Digger stinks. And, it's just how it is. I'm here trying to understand what you're saying. I'm talking Spanish, Nancy. We're talking about YouTube and how goofy YouTube is about subscribers. But Nancy, you're at 500 subscribers now, aren't you? You can start making community posts and sharing some photos over there of the trains you see and the trains you catch and things like that. You can use your community page now, Nancy, and talk to your fans. Okay. I'm wrong. I thought it did. I don't know. Understand. Just keep a balance between the videos and lives. I wouldn't want to do just lives. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not doing lives just to get my watch hours up. I'm just doing lives because I enjoy doing lives. Oh my God, know what? Yeah, you can go put your pictures up there. I'm not a communal person. Oh, geez, Nancy. CSX. Uh, Cameron, if I did, it's just the trains too. A lot of videos only keep the viewer's attention for a short time before they skip out. Yeah. If it's not something interesting, but if you're learning something, pretty much you're going to stay to the end of it, right? If you're learning how to cook a new recipe or make a make something, you're going to stick around to the end to see the how it turns out. Multiple good spots, and yeah, my problem is I need to get webcams if I do it. Oh, on your layout for your layout. You don't need to get multiple webcams. Something, man. You just need to make videos. That's all. People will watch them, and you don't. People think that you need this. You need a green screen behind you, and you need all kinds of fancy stuff for people to watch videos. That's all you need. That's all you need. People will watch you. Yeah, of course, if they're nicer, people are going to watch more, you'll attract more. But I guess it just depends what you want to do. And eventually, if that's something you want, you can get more cameras, you can get a green screen, but you don't need those things to do good. You just don't. What's up, Jeffrey? Your lives are good for us all to hang out. Yeah, and that's all my lives are, is just hanging out because I'm obviously not building nothing. I mean, you're not here to see me build something. I'm not building nothing. I'm just hanging out. And whether I talk about trains or talk about music or talk about politics, some of you stay, some of you go, and that's just how it is. But I got to vent sometimes. There's nobody else here to vent to. I'm going to head out. All right, Nancy, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Take care. Good to see you. Well, built it, and they will come. Yeah, eventually, sort of. Are you going to get in return what money you are putting into it? Maybe at one point. Don't think that, just because you dump $4,000 into uh, camera equipment and all the other stuff that goes with it, that as long as you hit 1,000 subscribers, you're going to start raking in the money. It's just not how it is, man. It goes back to watch hours and time, and you know people need to watch your videos. If they're not watching your videos, you're not going to make a dime. It doesn't matter how much you spend on all the stuff you got. It's just you got a lot of nice stuff. It's kind of like having a bunch of trains. It's just a lot of trains. Can't run them all. Most of the time, you can't even look at them all. It's just a lot of stuff. I know I didn't need anything fancy. I just want a few different views. That's cool. That's okay. And if you really want it, you'll get it and you'll figure it out. You don't need no fancy cameras to do it. You can buy cheap ass cameras to let you set up different views all over your layout. You don't need expensive cameras. Look at Jim Tedesco. Jim Tedesco buys them cheap $25 Chinese cameras. And they do pretty well for him. Why is it every time I come out here, Nissy leaves? Nissy's not here. It's just me, or does everyone else see that? She wasn't here. I don't know what you're talking about. Dwayne, exactly why I haven't bought a good camera and stuff. It takes away from my model trains, and I never did this for money. So the phone, yeah, your phone's probably the phones nowadays. I got to tell you, this camera right here, right? My Nikon, it shoots video, but I don't like the video that it shoots. This is a $1,200 camera, right? My phone takes, well, now that it's older, it's a little antiquated, but my phone takes just as nice photos as my camera, and it didn't cost as nearly as much as my camera. And the only thing is, my phone can't take photos far away that my camera can. So your cell phone, pretty much nowadays, your cell phone is the best camera you have by far. By far. The technology in cell phone cameras has like surpassed so much stuff that's out there now. And especially if you have a newer phone, you know. So your cell phone is a great camera. Don't think it's not. And most people's cell phones are, you know, 600, 700. I know people that spend $1,200, $1,300 on a cell phone. So it's the same thing. I can record in 60 frames per second, but I record, huh? I can record in UHD, 60 frames per second, but I record in fine HD. Oh yeah, because of storage space and zoom is what is missing. Yeah, yeah. Like I recorded 60 frames per second on my phone now at 4K, and I don't care about space because I don't keep stuff on my phone. Um, and that's the thing. If you don't keep stuff on your phone, you don't need a lot of storage space. But I mean, if you let it sit on there and accumulate, yeah, you run out of space. I've done it before. So the thing is, you want to shoot it, upload it, get it off, and then you can keep repeating. But like when I shoot, I notice shooting 4K 60 frames versus 10, what is it, 1080 or 10, yeah, 1080 and 30 frames. Big difference. Big difference. What kind of knucklehead buys a phone? I know somebody. There's plenty of people. That new iPhone, the new iPhone is like $1,300 or $1,600 or something like that. I don't know. Not me. I can't afford that. But Jerry complains on your videos, Jeff. It's really, Jerry, you always complaining about my videos about the lighting. I can't help it. Although it looks better on cloudy days. I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to get you to make better videos. That's all. See, don't take it as criticism. Don't take it as a complaint. Take it as, what's that word? Um, um, I can't remember how to phrase this. It's just helping you try to make better videos. That's all I'm trying to do for you, Jeffrey. So people watch your videos. Jeffrey, you're always complaining. Nobody watches my videos. That's why they don't watch your videos, Jeffrey. They're hard to watch. I have a Note 20. So like your Note 20, that thing was probably $800 or $900. I have 22 Ultra camera is amazing. See, like your camera is amazing. You know, I bet your camera tastes just as nice and probably better than my Nikon $1,200 camera. And here's the thing: it's like anything else, right? Your computer is great today, right? The day you buy it, it's great. Tomorrow, it's an antiquated piece of shit. Same thing with everything else. Technology just keeps getting better and better and better and better. Constructive criticism, constructive advice. Exactly, Digger. That's all. I'm just trying to get them to make good videos. That's it. Okay, I'll look at that issue. Yeah, I mean, it'll change the way your videos are, and it will make your videos more pleasurable for people to watch. Trust me, it will. And sometimes you can't do nothing about some things. Sometimes you can't do nothing about the fact where the sun is in position of where you are. But it's always important to have the sun to your back. You know, it's always if the you want the sun behind you. You don't want to be facing into the sun. That's the important part. If there's anything, that's it right there. That's it. Pan slow, hold two hands. That's a big thing. Don't try to do this. Do two. And pan slow. Don't do this type of movement. Your camera can't focus that fast. It's pretty easy, man. I just want people to watch your videos because it kind of like it bugs me that people don't watch your videos. People don't comment on your videos. It's kind of like it sucks. I'm sure you're not happy about it either. I don't. Maybe you are. I don't know. Like Digger's fine when people don't watch his video. He likes it. Less people to watch, the happier he is. I record by hand. I do use both hands. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm holding this and shooting with my camera, and obviously I can't use two hands. If I'm taking my camera with me, I'd like to take my tripod with me, but that's not always possible. Sometimes I forget my tripod or whatever. But it's just a good thing to you're more steady with two hands, as opposed to just holding it with one, especially when you're shooting far away. When you got your camera or your phone zoomed out, every little movement is just magnified 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, whatever it is. And that at that point, it's just hard to watch. It's like watching Dwight Curley with his shaky cam. Maybe I need to start filming ships and boats. Yeah, you should film whatever you want to film, but just keep in mind, have the sun behind you, and if you can, and make your movements slower. That's all. That's it. Pretty simple. I find something to rest on. Yeah, something to rest on is nice if you can. A fence, your car, a tree. Even resting your back on something. I always try to find a pole to lean against, just because. It's just the more sturdy you are, the more sturdy your your video or photos are going to be too. Everyone don't quickly pan in the opposite direction. Nah. I mean, there's some dudes that are like this and like this and like, oh man, I can't watch it. I want to watch it, but it makes me physically ill. It's kind of like motion sickness to me. It's like, whoa, man, I can't, like, I'm trying to process this, and it's like, it's not going good. It's making me sick. You know, yeah, it's like a seizure. Some of the dudes have seizures, and our special kids, our special rail fanners that are out there, and they're really excited about seeing trains, and they're everywhere with that camera, man. It's fun to watch, sort of. But it's hard to watch, if you know what I mean. But it's nice to see them out there doing something. Always remember to film something interesting. I'm still trying to do that bit. Yeah, Digger, you're struggling with that, but one day you'll get it. Keep doing it enough. You'll figure it out. You got to do more live streams, Digger. What stinks? Caboose toy. I had to upgrade my screen cracked on my last phone last month. That sucks. Yeah, my screen is cracked too. I should call my cell phone provider because I have insurance for it, but I know I don't know. I should just call them and see what they'll do. So I'm not interested in just getting my screen fixed. I want a new phone. I could make up a story and say, don't charge anymore. I dropped it. Just like shooting standing is always the hardest portion. Yeah, it is. Especially, yeah. I know, like, if you're shooting a 2 minute train, it's pretty easy. But if you're shooting a train 10 minutes and it's taking 10 minutes for this train to pass by and you're holding your camera for 10 minutes, that's a lot, man. It's even worse in the wintertime when it's cold. It makes me feel sick, like yeah, it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's bad, man. But, at the same time, you know, I can't fault God's special little children's. They're just doing something they enjoy doing. That's all. I walked 3 miles round trip today for the shot I wanted. Yeah, that's something I would never do. I will say, number one thing, tripod, tripod, tripod. The tripod tends to make you think of framing and angle. Yeah, it does. Even like a monopod. If you had a monopod, that helps too. But yeah, they're nice. Sometimes I just don't like carrying them. Problem is, like, my tripod is really heavy. Like, my tripod I bought when I was into shooting wildlife, when I was into shooting ducks and birds out in the marshes and things like that. So I have this tripod that's like really heavy duty. It's an outdoor, it's like they say call it like an off road tripod. And it's really heavy, and I can't stand carrying it around. So I really need to get a lighter tripod that I would carry around more. But sometimes I just forget it. Once the locomotive, the rest is boring. Yeah, not probably 90% of the time. You're right. It is boring, especially on a unit train. But it depends what the unit train is, and it depends what you like. But then there's that, you know, 10% or that 1% of the time where there's some interesting stuff within the train. Cool old cars, some cool graffiti if you like graffiti, uh, fallen flags, just things like that. And that's not all the time, but It's a small percentage of the time. And sometimes even sometimes for me, sometimes the locomotives are boring. They're just, you know, you seen one, you know, I don't really like the GEs. I like the SD70s more. So you see one GE, you seen 100 GEs. But I do like seeing the SD70s more. But sometimes I don't even care about seeing locomotives. I'll look more for the rolling stock. Yeah, scenery's nice too. Yeah, scenery's cool. There's a UP train on the CSX train. So, like, you never know what you're going to see on the train. You know? You never know these days. What digger say did you agree with? Oh, I don't know. There's some cool freight. Yeah, there is some cool freight. But it's not like all the time. Like I said, I don't like oil tankers. I don't like tanker cars. So for me to see a, a train of nothing but tankers is like it's like seeing a train full of trash cars. It sucks. It's like the same car over and over and over again. The only difference is graffiti. That's about it. But I don't like tankers, so to me they suck. In Philly, Jerry has found some really cool places to spot trains. Yeah, so like, yeah, to me, like finding cool spots and not just, and I'm not saying anything about trains in the woods, but trains in the woods are just trains in the woods. But if you got a train passing a bridge, a trestle, a building, a station, something that identifies where it is, it just makes it more interesting to me. Trains in woods are just trains in woods. You can't figure out where that train is. If you had no title to your video, absolutely no title to your video, and you shot it in the woods, nobody would know where it is. And you had absolutely no title to your video, and you shot it going by downtown Philadelphia skyline, you would know exactly where it is. That's my point. Unit trains, coal trains, yeah, I think they are. Intermodals, for the most part, are boring. The only thing that makes a intermodal, well, yeah, intermodals, auto racks. The only unit trains that I truly really like are the grain trains, and not necessarily like BNSF trains, like NS grain trains and CSX grain trains. They tend to have a lot of different small grain elevator hoppers on the car, and they're really cool. Some of them are really interesting. They're different colors, different names, so they make for a colorful train, and to me they're interesting, uh, more so than a coal train or an intermodal train. Or the only thing that makes intermodal trains different are the containers. A good place to film ships in Philadelphia is Penn Treaty Park. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a lot of places along the river that are nice for filming trains. Old Philly Coal Pier at that location too. Yeah, I want the Reading Coal Pier. I don't think a lot of those buildings are still there, but I really don't know. I don't go down there much. I like industrial architectural old factories. Yeah, they're awesome. They are so awesome. Like, I mean, I guess that's one of the good things about Pennsylvania. Even just like outside of Pennsylvania in the surrounding counties, you can find some really cool old buildings along the tracks that are still there, that are still working. You find a lot of old feed mills, a lot of old factories that got service, and they're cool. It's like It gives you like layout inspiration when you see those places. You know, it's pretty cool to see them. At the end of Taylor Avenue, it's great. You get a view of the river park and the famous bridge. That's your favorite spot, Digger. Digger, when you die and they cremate you, I'm gonna ask your wife to send me some ashes, and that's her I'm gonna sprinkle you. I can watch my unit cool trains on my layout, but not rail fan videos. Yeah, yeah, because you made them up. They're it's different. Frankfurt Junction had numerous cool cars at one time. Good old Frankfurt Junction. Well, maybe because we can see the whole thing on our layouts. Maybe. Illinois was okay. Got to see the oversized equipment trains and around the ports. Like good idea. It's a good idea, huh, Digger? I ran my engine around the layout this morning. The track needs to be cleaned. At least you ran your engine. That's a good thing. It's easy to clean your track. Also, filming your layout means you don't wait hours and hours for a train. Yeah, that's the other thing that can suck. You can sit at the train tracks. Depends where you're at. You can sit at the train tracks for hours and not see nothing. It helps if you're on an active rail line, not an abandoned one. Yeah, it stinks, man. Also, filming your layout, yeah. I want to make the Air Products heat exchanger train one day. What is that? I even forget what we were talking about that we got onto this subject. So it's going to revert back to it. I don't know. Can't remember. Artie's going to probably be on at 8 o'clock. Artie's going to run trains, I think, tonight, or today for him, Sunday. So it might be an interesting Artie. Riverside loads big heat exchanger on flat cars and an Air Products caboose. That sounds pretty interesting. The heavy haul company I worked for loaded all the Caterpillar equipment in Illinois on the trains. Was cool to watch. See, like that would be a cool process to watch, right? Any type of anything that like involves trains like that, like loading that heavy equipment or being at the auto car place and watching them load cars onto the trains, or watching them unload and load center beam cars. To me, that's interesting, just to see that process happen, how it works, how they unload the box cars and of plywood or whatever's in them. That's pretty cool to see. Caterpillar equipment is cool, but I need 8 axle flat cars. Can't find any. I was thinking about reaching out to John Tanzo. Yeah, you probably got to make them. Did you see that? I forgot because you mentioned John Tanzo. He made a really cool flat bulkhead car, and he printed it in N scale. And I wanted to see that video, so I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna have to track it down and watch it. But yeah, he might be the person to reach out to. He could probably make you print you up a car of what you need. 8 axles. That'd be something. Wonder how long that car is. Is it like a depressed center, or is it totally flat? Watch the switchers come in and swap out load-ins for empties was cool. Yeah, watching them work is cool. Watching the railroad work, switching cars, and it's interesting to watch them work as opposed to watch them just go by. Yeah, I mean, I could, it's the same thing. Like I could watch dudes, run an excavator, or dig with a backhoe. I could watch them all day digging because it's just interesting to watch them dig and work and move that machine around. 3D printing is way forward in our hobby for sure. Yeah, yeah, man. Just think of that. 3D printing has made this hobby more accessible to so many people, and being able to get exactly what they want, not settle for whatever the manufacturers make. Because that's basically before that. That's what you had to do. You had to settle for whatever they made. Whatever they made, you bought it, right? Whether you liked it or not, because that's all that was there. So now you got 3D printer dudes that can make you anything you want, literally anything you want for your layout, anything. So yeah, 3D printing has like opened up the world to, and it's made it affordable too, because anybody can buy a 3D printer now. They're so cheap. It's like buying you know, it's like buying a locomotive, really, for most of them. If you spend $300 on a locomotive, you buy a 3D printer for $300 too. People watch us up in the booms a lot. Yeah, I would watch dudes cut trees. It's interesting to watch them work. I did that jury watching them dig a 10-foot trench for sewer line in the 90s. Yeah, to me, it's interesting. It's the best way of scratch building detailing parts. Yeah, it sure is. Especially if you do it for yourself. It's hard to get other people to do it for you. There's plenty of people to do it. But, if you're able to do it yourself, then, it's, I don't want to say it's better because documents, code express guarantee. Just looking at a receipt, trying to figure out what it was. It's trash. At least you can build exactly what you want. And 3D printing, I guess, I don't know. For the most part, it's pretty easy. There's so many people out there doing it and sharing files that, you can always figure something out. Love going to Cat's Proving Ground in Arizona. They let us run the equipment. That would be a cool thing. That'd be a cool job. Anytime you're trying to you're trying to destroy something and get paid to do it. That's a pretty cool job. And being able to work heavy equipment like that and put it through its paces and try to make it break or whatever. That's got to be pretty cool. It's got to be fun just digging holes and breaking stuff, wrecking buildings and stuff. Man, that would be like that. That would be like, I don't know. That would be pretty cool. They're like on my way to my shop. I passed this old factory that they're tearing down. It's a huge building, and they've been tearing it down. They're almost done, man. And I'm like, man, that would be the coolest thing to try to do for like a couple hours. Get up there and work that equipment and tear down the building. That'd be awesome. They're building an Amazon there, as if Amazon isn't taking over enough. Well, there's an Amazon over here in New Jersey. The workers walked out on them the other day because they wanted them to go and work at another facility, and it was further. and work overtime. They didn't want to do it. So they walked out. I don't know what happened of it, but damn Amazon. Amazon's everywhere. Amazon owns everything anymore, man. Jesus. I just found out they own something else. Can't remember what it is. Can't remember. Diggerland. Yeah, there's a place called Diggerland. There's a place in New Jersey. Yeah. You let you run things. Kids have parties there. Um, I don't know if they yeah, they let adults run like heavy equipment, but they won't I don't think they let the kids run it. But you can go there and have parties. It's called Diggerland. Just like that. Pretty cool. We have a Diggerland there too. Really? That's pretty awesome. Drove guy, yeah, drove by Diggerland. Digger, you should call him up and tell him that you want some of that money for using your name. Vegas has a place like that. I'm sure there's a lot of them all over. Downtech shop. My truck went to was by Diggerland. Oh, okay. Daltech. I always wanted to go up there. Well, go up there. You can run the equipment. Don't I forget how much it is. It's not that. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not that expensive. I mean, your only other alternative is going to the rental place and renting one, but you gotta have some place to dig up. It'd be funny if you just went over somewhere and just started digging up somebody's property. Welcome back, man. What you do? Have lunch? Have dinner? Go for a walk? Take a nap? We're talking about Diggerland now. It's a place where you can go run heavy equipment. Diggerland, pizza here tonight. Is that what you're having? Knowing me, Jerry, I probably would. Yeah, all of the above. Sounds good. You got it going on, John 26:18. Uh, you remember Diggerland? Yeah. Yeah. Looks like a cool place. What kind of pizza you having? Hawaiian pizza? I had pizza last night. I don't know what I'm going to have tonight. I don't know. I'm not really hungry, but I know I'll have something pepperoni. Man, pepperoni's my least favorite pizza. Sit. Stroudsburg's done for the day. And pepperoni's my least favorite. Jeffrey, what's up at Horseshoe Curve? Anything going by? Kids go to. Kids go to where? Sausage pizza. Yeah, pizza I like. I like plain pizza. You just, plain pizza is just, it's plain pizza. It stands on its own. Because you can go and have a pepperoni pizza and the pepperoni is nasty at one place, but good at another place. So is the pizza bad? Or is it just the pepperoni that's bad? That's the question. Meat Fest pizza is okay. Yeah, all the meat on it that you can fit. I don't think your wife would like that, Digger. That's like heart attack pizza. I like cheese. Yeah, cheese is my favorite. Plain old pizza, man. You know, yeah, cheese is different from place to place, but it's just it's just the deciding factor is just the pizza. You know, pizza and the cheese and the sauce. When you throw in pepperoni, it just changes the dynamics. Like I said, there's places that have good pepperoni, places that have bad pepperoni. Some places have nasty sausage, and some places have good sausage. But you can't go wrong with plain. Thin crust with onions. I don't like thin crust pizza, but I do like onions on my pizza. I do like them. They're good. Like if I had to put something on it, it'd be like onions or mushrooms, things like that, peppers, things like that. Steak is good. Steak and onions is good on pizza. I used to go to this pizza place. They had like cheeseburger pizza, that's just like ground meat and bacon cheeseburger, and sauce and cheese and things like that. That's good too. But can't go wrong with plain old pizza. Plain is hard to beat. Garlic, pepper, good. Sam is the topping queen. Yeah, some people like 52 things on their pizza. You know, got a little bit of everything. That's okay too. And it just turns into like I don't know, a salad with cheese and sauce. You like thin crust? Yeah, I kind of like crusty pizza. Just like normal or thick, one or the other. I really don't like the thin crust. I don't like it like crispy, crunchy like that, like thin crust typically is, like cracker type, like breaks off when you eat it. Crawfish pizza. I never had crawfish pizza. How's that? Gotta go. Good night. All right. Good night, Mark. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Artie's coming on in a little bit. He might even be up and running. Let me see. I don't want to tread on Artie. Hmm, I know he had a reminder. Thing is, with these reminders, sometimes they don't show up on the channel. But yeah, no, it's back on track. And one of the problems is some guys put them out so early that they disappear in your subscription feed. They're like way down there. And since Artie is like a day ahead, it's even worse. Oh no, Artie's somewhere out there getting ready to do his live stream. He's going to run trains tonight, I think, which is pretty cool. He was doing a live stream this morning, and he was running his trains, getting them ready to run for tonight. Which is nice. Videos. Yeah, I don't know. He's somewhere out there. But Artie will be on it pretty soon. 8 o'clock-ish. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. Say good night. Thanks for hanging out for 3 hours. Holy crap. See, Digger? This is how you get watch hours. All right, folks. Y'all have a good night. Eat your taco pizza and whatever else. Peace. See you guys. Have a good evening. Thanks for hanging out. Whoever does more talking than last week? Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. But he's going to run trains. You're leaving already? Digger, I've been going on for 3 hours. Go to bed. Go to bed, Digger. Good night.